It's Friday night, and what the fuck are you doing? I'll tell you what you're doing. You're sitting home dreaming about sweaty, built men in underwear. And who better to do it with than the Iconoclastic Wrestling Podcast? And here's your host, Iconoclast and Dick Taco.
Welcome to the latest episode of the Iconoclastic Wrestling Podcast. I'm Iconoclast.
And I am always, as your host, Dick Taco. Boy, am I glad we didn't talk about what we were talking about before we got on the air. Your cousins have been in here for the last 2 hours with me downstairs. I have this gigantic... Well, you know, your oldest cousin was in that play the other night, Peter and the Ball Scratcher. Yes. Peter and the Ball Scratchers, or Peter and the Fart Sucker, I don't know. But your cousin was very good at it. He was one of the narrators. I know nothing about the story.
This is like when you made up all those fake names for the Star Wars sequels.
Oh, the Rise of Fart Knocker, The Last Hot Dog.
Yeah.
All I remember is when The Last Jedi came out. Remember I had that Spanish bootleg forever, and it was Los Ultimos Jedi?
And you could see the people standing up.
I was like, "Sí, hombre! Down! Vámonos! I can't see.
Because you called it The Last Hot Dog because you thought Mark Hamill looked fat.
Oh, my God. That movie, you talk about a disappointment. I mean, Force Awakens was It was okay. At least it was like fan service.
I only saw Last Jedi one time in the theater when it came out. I was 13.
Oh, yeah, because you were 11 when Force Awakens came out. But Force Awakens at least was like fan service, you know? So you're like, maybe they'll be doing something with it. And then the first 5 minutes of The Last Hot Dog, you're like, I waited 2 fucking years for this shit.
There's no reason to watch it. Just read a book. Read the Legends books.
They turned him into Phil Dikehouse in the span of 2 years. When he's on there and he goes, I came here to die. I'm like, it's Phil. Phil Dikehouse in his most compelling role ever. And then he saw the movie, right? Phil actually saw the movie, and he calls me and says, so let me understand this. Guy goes to an island all by himself to die. Woman comes to ruin it. Very realistic. I could see that happening. So,
never mind. Okay, let's talk about wrestling.
Yeah, let's talk about sweaty men in underwear. You know, unlike what we were talking about before we got on the air. Did you watch the whole show last night for Full Gear?
I did. I did. I watched the last.
I pretty much did too. Even though I was at
the last match on the pre-show kind of went into the main show.
That was the trios match, right? With Okada, Take a Shit, and
I even saw Big Boom, AJ, and QT Marshall versus Roppongi Vice.
I was very disappointed when you sent me that fucking picture of Don Callis choking out like that fat little kid. What's his name? Big Chungus, whatever his name is.
That's Big Justice.
And then there's the Riddler. Like, these guys are, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't understand it. At least Big Boom AJ can kind of work. And I stress kind of. But.
Well, he's had actual wrestling training.
Oh, I know. He was like, and he's not, like, you could tell he's not in, like, awful shape. Like, he's he's like a barrel-chested kind of dude. He's not, like, he's not in, like, awful shape.
Like he's in the shape of like what Don Morocco was in when you showed me that video of him.
Oh my God, the meatball! Don't make me laugh. Fuck, I love that. I will fucking laugh at that. I've been laughing at that for 40 fucking years, dude. My God.
The fucking meatball sub.
Yeah, the meatball sub. He stops and has a soft drink. He's like patting his fat gut. Whole time he's doing it. It was Albano's idea too. Because Albano managed them back then.
Put the new Dodgies on.
So, yeah. So you watched the whole show, you said, right? Yeah. Again, it started at like, what, 8? It wasn't over. It wasn't like super long. Because I was in bed at like 12, and the main event was still going.
It was pretty fucking long. That main event went on for a while.
Yeah, well, every time they do cage matches, remember the Swerve Hangman one the year before with the needle? That one was fucking long. I think that's why I was always saying how bored I was doing it, because I was like, when's it going to end?
Yeah, but then you get great stuff like Swerve stabbing him in the mouth. And no.
My favorite will always be All In Texas, when he fucking stabbed Moxley's head and popped him open like a fucking egg. That was my favorite, because they were like, it was awesome camera work. It was like, ow. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Big Boo AJ and Big Justice.
You know what? We might as well do the review first, because that's what everybody wants to hear. You know, the 18 people. You know, last week's podcast got more fucking views than my No Mercy Full Gear simulation.
That's crazy, brother.
Oh, there you go again. Hulkster lives. Hold on, I'm at the computer downstairs. I'm trying to see where we're at.
Oh, that big stinky giant.
That big stinky giant. All right, where is it? Couple of surprises on there for me. I was telling your aunt upstairs, I was like, I told him we would go to Newark to go see it. And he goes, it's so far north. And I'm like, we're not taking a fucking dog sled. We'll be in a car.
It's fucking 3 hours away.
It's about 2. It's not bad. About 2.5.
No, I'm not going to fucking Newark.
Well, you're not going now. We missed it, ass. Next year.
This is like when you wanted me to go to, like, what fucking town was it to go see Carrying Cross?
It was Rahway. It's actually closer than Newark.
Didn't know if it was Rahway or Poughkeepsie.
No, Poughkeepsie's in fucking New York. That's upstate New York. That's like 6 hours, dude. I wouldn't go that way. I wouldn't drive that far to see Hulk Hogan when I was 10. All right, I'm sorry.
Poughkeepsie, that's where Snooki's from.
Yeah, I know. We went over this a while ago. All right, on the pre-show, I missed this because I was at that play. Bang Bang Gang, Austin Gunn and Juice Robinson defeated Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, Big Bill and Brian Keith, and the Outrunners by pinfall. When are they going to do something with them? It looks like they're going to do something with them. Everybody's behind them, and then they're like, yeah.
Wait, I gotta change something here.
What are you trying to change? What's up?
I have to take my earbuds out.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you need them, man. Like when we recorded last week, I mean, I just recorded, like I have the phone up to me right now. It's recording the call. You might be all right just doing it like that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because you're not, I mean,
This is Carlos Spicy Wiener.
Woodchuck the Grease Grill, Woodchuck the Grease Grill. I'm coming home. Yeah, it's the Bang Bang Gang won the $200,000 four-way tag match. Like I said, I think Tony's laundering money. So he's got $1 million here, $200K there. You know, the next match, Big Boob AJ and QT Marshall, Boom and Doom, with Aaron Solo, Big Justice, and the Rizzler. How would Solo work his loser ass into this fucking thing?
He's always been with QT Marshall ever since they had the factory.
Well, that's a go-go Camarado.
Yeah, Nick Camarado, the big Italian guy.
Oh my God, he looks like fucking Salvatore Bellomo in the fucking early days of ECW. Gorilla Monsoon, you said back in the day, he used to make a mean fucking chicken parm in the locker room before the shows.
What a way to fucking feed in the stereotypes. The fucking Italian guy is cooking chicken parm in the locker room.
Oh, fuck yeah. He used to come out wearing like a Roman outfit. They'd be like, Salvatore Bellomo!
How the fuck was he cooking chicken parm in the locker room?
Well, the locker rooms were big. I mean, you could have fucking, I don't know, hot plates, something like that. It's probably like prison where guys would make fucking grilled cheese off the radiator and shit. You put aluminum foil. You hear Steve Buscemi talk about it in The Sopranos? So, all right, Boom and Doom, yeah, they beat Roppongi Vice with Don Callis, who I forgot they were in the Don Callis family. So, the
Don Callis family is the modern day Heenan family.
Yeah, but you're disparaging the Heenan family. Dodd is a good manager, and he has quality people in there, but they're bound for a breakup now. You see that with everything last night. All three of their top guys.
Well, yeah, when you have like a dozen people, of course the faction's going to break up.
That's what I mean. Like Bobby Heenan probably had maybe half of that at most. Like I think me watching it at my peak, he had Andre, Rick Rude, right? The Brainbusters, Haku, and maybe the Barbarian at one point. Like that's about it. But at points he had like the Brainbusters were the tag champs, so like Rick Rude was the Intercontinental champ. Usually the good heel manager like Jimmy Hart had the Hart Foundation and Honky Tonk at the same time were champs. Usually like the best heel manager had 2 out of the 3 belts because Hogan always had the world title. But Hook and Eddie Kingston defeated the Workhorsemen in 150. Why?
Yeah.
That's all you can.
Weird.
Yeah, but like they don't even have any history with them.
It was the squash match on the pre-show.
Yeah, but why is it that first?
It was like Wrestling Challenge.
Yeah, but you don't need a popcorn match on the pre-show. Like I'm not even getting there yet at that point. You know what I mean?
Wrestling Challenge.
Yeah.
That was the Saturday morning show, right?
There was 2 of them. Wrestling Challenge was on from 10 to 11, and Superstars was on 11 to 12. And they were both on Channel 29 out of Philly. And Sunday, you had All American Wrestling at 12 on USA. It was all just fucking like pre-recorded. Then you had Primetime Wrestling, which was all fucking pre-recorded house show matches from like Boston, Toronto, Madison Square Garden. Nothing any good. So, yeah. But Hook and Eddie Kingston defeat Workhorseman, Anthony Henry, and JD Drake at 1 minute 50 seconds. Not needed. Not needed. Now, the match you were talking about that went into the regular show, El Sky Team, which I don't think everybody has to have a fucking name, you know. Mystico.
TMLL. They're Mexicans.
Yeah, see. Mystico, Mascara Dorito, and Neon, who's a new one that I didn't know about, with Alex Abrahantes, because somebody has to speak English for them, defeated the Don Callis family of Kazuchika Okada, Konosuke Takeshita, and Hechicero with Don Callis by submission. They shouldn't even put with Don Callis because he just sits there on commentary. I can't stand that.
God, you always talk shit about that.
Because he's not. I only advocate doing that in a squash match where you're putting the guys over on TV. Other than that, you're not a manager. You're just out there for yourself. He's not out there for them. So
I think that's part of the point.
All right, well then fine. Then if that's the point, then I'll shut up from now on then. But yeah, that match went 13:45. Okada actually put his fucking hands on Takeshita this time, and I'm like, all right, that must be it. But it's not.
The Rock, you always talk about how great it was, how the Rockers took like 2 years to break up.
Yeah, but they never touched each other until like, when the hell was it? Maybe the first time they had any problem, like that started, you could see it in early 91, I said, right? By WrestleMania, Shawn's got chest hair. He never had that before. He's looking around. He's real smug.
Chest hair a thing?
It's a thing. I'm telling you. It's something I noticed. It was just different. Then he got the tattoo right after it. Because I told you, he already has the tattoo when he's on the barbershop. When he's on the barbershop, he is the Heartbreak Kid already. The transition is over. But they never got an argument or touched until Survivor Series when they got pinned that year in 91 and Shawn pushed him and he left. So that's November. So, and they don't break up till January right before the Royal Rumble. So yeah, a long build, but like I'm saying, they never touched until right before it happened because Okada's got his hands all over him. I figured this must be it.
Tips didn't touch it. Wasn't gay.
What? Pitch didn't touch it. Wasn't gay. Where'd that come from?
Hello, Frisco.
That's pretty good.
Just saying they didn't touch each other. He didn't put his hands on them.
You know, check his prostate. They're okay. Pac defeated Darby Allin by pinfall at 16:55, and there's some of the stiffest shit I've ever seen. Pac is good. Pac is a brick shithouse. I hate Darby Allin because I don't believe he can beat anybody. I think he would.
I'm not sure he could beat you up.
I doubt it. I would take Darby Allin up on that. I would take it up on it. I would take him up on it. I got him by about 80 pounds, dude, and about 9 inches in height. He's about 5'7" or 8. Not 9 inches, maybe like 6 or 7 inches. But still, I'm not fucking. I will fight to my last breath before I tap out to Darby Allin. He better rip one of my fucking arms off. That's all I got to say. And I better pass out from lack of blood. I would never capitulate to that little twink. I'm sorry.
Why
But
do you hate him so much?
because it's not believable. There's never any build up to how he could be a giant killer. You just throw him in there and hope he wins. I like the thing with him and Moxley because they're both fucking crazy. They're both fucking retarded the way they act, like stabbing each other, throwing each other off the fucking fire escape, lighting each other on fire, hitting people with cars. What the fuck, dude? I mean, that's why it works. That's why it works.
Car.
Huh?
Gabe Kidd dragged him with the car that one time.
Yeah, he was taking him to Ace. He was late. So he was on his way.
Why do you hate Gabe Kidd?
Because he just looks like he works in a fucking garage. I'm like, hey, Gabe, you get those R15s yet for the 92 Chevy? R15. It's a tire. It's a tire size. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that was a decent match. I was still at the play, so I watched a lot of it with the sound off. I saw part of Babes of Wrath and the Timeless Love Bombs and the Sisters of Sin and Megan Bain and Marina Shafir, which who didn't think Tony and Mina were going to win? They defeated
I know you hate Harley Cameron for some reason.
I watched her in that Blood and Guts, dude. She looked like she had one day of wrestling school. And maybe she was having an off night because you told me she's usually good, but holy fucking jumping shitballs, dude. Nothing she did looked convincing. She couldn't have fucking cracked an egg with some of the shit she was laying in. Meanwhile, I'm looking at all 5 feet of Julia Hart, who's laying him into Willow Nightingale's tits like fucking live rounds. I mean, close up. And I'm like, come on, hell yeah, purse, you bunch of pussies. Anyway, but yes, wait. So are Marina and Megan Bain out, or is this is a 4-way match and all 4 of these teams are left, correct?
All 4 of these teams are left. This was basically an advantage match to where now the Timeless Love Bombs get to choose the stipulation for their upcoming matches.
Okay. So who do they now? These are the last 4 teams that are left?
Yes, the semifinals.
So who fights who next? The Timeless Love Bombs. Who do they fight?
I think they fight Megan Bain and Marina Shafir.
Oh, really? So it's probably going to be Tony and Mina against Willow and Harley.
No, I bet you it's the Sisters of Sin.
Really? I'm saying I would rather have, if they want Tony and Mina to take it, say, right? I would rather have Megan and Marina in the finals because Marina has shown a lot, especially about being a late substitution after, and she's believable that she can kick the shit out of people, because she can. So, you watch that Blood and Guts, dude. She took her shoes off, stomped on the glass, and then stomped on Mina with the glass in her foot. I know wrestling stage, but man, she made a believer out of me that she's a fucking badass, and I think she could take Moxley, to be honest. I can't wait for that.
Because a lot of people think that she's gonna take over the Death Riders.
What? She's gonna be the AEW like Rhea Ripley?
That she's gonna be the new chief plumber.
Chief cook and bottle washer. She'll be chief cook and bottle washer, head check, coat check, cashier. She'll be. I don't know. I'm just giving her different positions. She'll have to get a raise. She's not going to answer the phone anymore at Moxley Plumbing.
Moxley Plumbing. You always hated him. I never got why.
I got news for you. There's plenty of people I realized last night, and I don't know why I don't talk about it, but I don't like Kenny Omega either. I never have.
What? What the fuck are you talking about? You don't have a right to have an opinion anymore.
Oh, bullshit. You can't tell somebody they don't have a right to my opinion. You know what my opinion is? That you have no right to your opinion. How about that? I have never...
Why don't you like Kenny?
I think he peaked in New Japan.
How dare you say such things?
Oh, my God. I can hear the in your voice right now. I know he's your favorite, dude. You argue with me that Ric Flair is the greatest of all time. And you know who the second greatest of all time is? I got news for you. Mr. No Psychology. Whoever told you that? Harley fucking Race. He's number 2 all time.
Harley fucking Race.
Then there's Lou Thez.
Big fat fuck Harley Race.
Yeah, he could punch through fucking cement with his left hand. And he always had a gun on him, too. He was not to be trifled with.
I don't see any fucking moonsaults. I don't care.
They didn't know how to do them back then.
Yeah, so all they could do was fucking punch each other.
Yeah, I mean, you know what one of the worst race matches is? I'll give you some points with this one. If you watch Starrcade '83, which is like the first big closed circuit pay-per-view ever, it's Race and Flair in the cage for Flair to regain the world title for the second time because he beat Dusty and then Race beat him. So it's in a cage that's not very high. It's not very high past the top of the turnbuckles for some reason. Because there's a famous shot where Flair does a high cross body and it looks like there's no cage. And Race hits him with a pile driver at some point and he moves his hips to try not to get him to hit it. And it's the worst looking fucking pile driver you ever seen in your life. I mean, it is on par with Mercedes Moné the way she does moves.
And why the fuck do you
Here we go.
her?
There's your other favorite. I just fucking pulled down my pants and had shit chested her.
Why? What is wrong with her? She is one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. Tops the PWI 250.
Oh my God. You say by yourself that doesn't fucking mean jack shit. You have said those words. Yeah, when your favorite ain't fucking on it.
Exactly. It only means something when my favorites are on it.
I could see doing commentary with you in the 80s when Ventura would be like, of course not Monsoon, because he's one of your favorites, Or when a bad guy would attack somebody and Monsoon would be like, oh my God, look at that. And Bobby Heenan would be like, my monitor went out. What happened? Those were the days. All right.
Yeah,
where
we have the great commentary team of Taz. Tony Schiavone.
No! You. All right.
Daniels.
I'm going to punch you in the fucking nose the next time I see you now with the Schiavone. That's below the belt. You know my feelings on that little cunt.
Why do you hate Excalibur?
No, I'm talking about Schiavone right now. I hate Excalibur because he wears a mask.
It's the luchador tradition.
He's not a luchador. He's actually a Jew from Southern California.
Pac, don't you know it's sacrilegious to unmask a luchador?
Pac is a fucking brick shithouse, dude. Jesus Christ. And I must have missed this, too. FTR defeated Brodito to win the tag titles?
Yeah, I was on the shitter for a lot of that match. So
Here we go again. It must just be Full Gear or this time of year with the food. Or something. Like you with you're always in the can during this pay-per-view. So, Ricochet won the Casino Gauntlet by pinning Kevin Dunn. I saw that as I got home. Not everybody even got to come out, right?
Well, that's the point of the Gauntlet match.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Anytime.
But has that happened like that before?
I guess.
Oh, because they made it.
There's no maximum number of participants. People can just keep coming out.
Oh, my God. Is this like the Falls Count somewhere? Jesus Christ.
It's like when they had a battle royale in World Wrestling All-Stars.
Ah!
And anyone could be in it.
Sucker.
And then Stevie Ray was like, anybody? And Bret Hart said, anybody. And he's like, okay, I don't want to look fruity, but I got to go do my J.O.B.
God.
What?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about anymore.
Well, I'm talking about World Wrestling All-Stars.
I know. I stopped listening because you bring that fucking shit up like it means anything. It means that those guys, weren't working for a reason, and these people signed them, and it blew.
It was the direct successor of WCW.
Yeah, and what did it last for? 20 minutes, half hour? Didn't last long. They only had the one show, didn't they?
2 or 3.
Well, yeah, because, Eddie was on the one show. Eddie went over to Ring of Honor and then back to the WWF, I remember.
Yeah, well, Eddie had to vacate the title because he went back to
Ring of Honor. He went back to WWF, and then he went to Ring of Honor?
No. Oh, God, you don't even fucking know this.
I don't. Tell me.
He got cut from WWF.
After they went there with the Radicals, right? When they came from WCW. Okay.
IWA Mid-South, he went all over the place.
Yeah. Because he has matches with Punk and all those guys, Mysterio and shit.
And he was also in World Wrestling All-Stars where he won their Cruiserweight Championship.
Yes, I knew that too.
And then but by the time the next show happened, he was back in WWF and he had to vacate their belt.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Really care.
Now he went to Ring of Honor after that?
No, before that.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right. Because this is like right after WCW went under, you said.
The very last thing that he did was he went on a tour of New Japan that he didn't apparently have a good time on.
Oh, isn't that a shame? Yeah, but Ricochet won it by pinning Kevin Knight, 22 minutes and 35 seconds. That's a pretty long match for one of those matches. But I didn't see that one.
The first ever AEW national champion.
What does the belt look like? Does it look like it doesn't look anything like the NWA one, right? With the fucking map of the states and shit on it.
No, apparently people are saying it looks really similar, but
really.
Yeah.
I have to go back and watch it. I pulled in a file of it. I tell you, those sites I'm going on are getting really good. But I'm in the play last night. I was going to text you. I was like, man, this is like being in Hitler's bunker. I can't get any signal in here. And then I was like, success. Kyle O'Reilly, in one of the best matches I've seen this year, I thought, defeated Jon Moxley by submission. It's definitely.
So Moxley was in one of your favorite matches this year.
Yeah, because he lost. If he won, I wouldn't have said that. It has to do with who wins and loses, too. But the next match after this was good, too. In fact, like I'm talking, I'm going to be putting up who the who people can vote for this year's awards. I'm not going to tell you them honestly anyway, because that was a good show last year where you didn't know what was coming. So I'm going to put them up shortly because we're getting into December now. We're only going to do it on a couple shows and then we'll be off until.
Nominate Cody for Wrestler of the Year.
I'll have to have him up there. He has to be. He's a world champ. Him and Cena would be up there. All right, I'll say.
I fucking saw that spot he did with AJ that I texted you, and that infuriated me to my core.
Yeah, well, it's because you're in All Japan 90s, Mark. So.
Everyone who knows about wrestling should be in All Japan 90s, Mark.
I love All Japan 90s, dude. It's great. But yeah, he beat Moxley by submission at 20-30. And Moxley continues his decline of tapping out. I don't understand the booking of going from being an unassuming badass.
Because the thing is that they are turning on him.
Well, yeah. But again, you're going to make him a babyface, a sympathetic babyface, kind of like what they're hoping is going to happen with the Young Bucks, which we'll get to in a minute, which, man, I got a lot of piss, vinegar, and diarrhea to throw all over the end of that.
Why?
I'll tell you when we get there. And in the background, I just put on Wing, Hollywood Nightmare. Remember that one thing you put on? Like, what is this, a fucking funeral?
I thought it was a snuff film.
Yeah, well, they're carrying the casket. I don't know what they're fucking saying. It's in fucking English. It's in Japanese.
That's what's like Jason the Terrible.
Yeah, just double Leatherface. Yeah. I don't know why they let him wrestle with that fucking hockey mask on. He used to headbutt people with that fucking hockey mask on. You know how thick they are? Like I used to play street hockey. People used to bounce pucks off my face when I wore this. Like they're
you played street hockey. You were so tough. Oh,
I was tough. God damn it.
I need blood.
Shut the fuck up. Why are you getting mad at me? You're like, oh, you Thursday. Oh, I played fucking ice hockey. Yeah. I don't go. Oh, you played t-ball for a week and a half. I don't pick on you.
Hey, it was a full season.
Yeah, you hated every second of it. Every second of it. In another perennial run for match of the year, Mark Briscoe wins the TNT title off of Kyle Fletcher in a no disqualification match for the AEW TNT Championship in 25 minutes even. Had Mark Briscoe lost, he would have been forced to join the Don Callis family. The match was great. These guys together, whether they face each other or other people they face, they have a way of making hardcore interesting when it's pretty rampant through AEW with the bleeding and everything, but they still can hold your interest. He
almost had to join the network with Cyrus the Virus.
Yeah, but the only spot that made me nervous was when they put the screwdriver through the turnbuckle. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I mean, you knew they weren't going to do it. I was afraid they were going to try and something was going to happen. And they were fumbling around up there. I was worried something was going to happen. But I'm glad it did.
I need blood.
$500 fee. You believe that shit? I thought I got $500.
What, that Hannibal wants $500 to...
Yeah, for his appearance fee. When I called him up, I was like, oh, I thought I got $500. I'm like, for $500, I should be able to go to the bathroom on his fucking chest on big screen in Madison Square Garden. Like, I'm not fucking... Fuck you. I'm not paying $500 to talk to this retard.
Shit chesting.
I couldn't shit chest him. He's like fucking 310 pounds, dude. He's like 6'6". He'd kill me. He would hit me and be like a fucking Mortal Kombat fatality. Just fucking my head would explode from.
I'm still not entirely sure what shit chesting is, but
it says it in the title. It's like, eating is eating. Well, shit chesting is you shit on someone's chest. I mean, come on.
And I told you I don't understand how this is a.
I started it with the Mercedes Monet thing because I'll be getting to her in a minute too. Because I got some numbers when she won the fucking conservative with the CPAC title or whatever the fuck the name of that last one she was when we were making fun of last week.
Why do you hate her so much?
Because it doesn't make it out of. Because I never liked her. She's another one I never liked. She was WWE trained, and she's always at a disadvantage in these matches with these girls in AEW. These girls in AEW are fucking stiff and they're good. AEW's women, especially after watching Blood and Guts the other week, are head and shoulders above 90% at least of the WWE roster. I'm going to go on the record and say that. Other than maybe I could see Charlotte or Becky Lynch go to AEW and having good matches because they're good wrestlers, But other ones like Jade Cargill, we know she sucks balls. Bianca Belair, that fucking hair is distracting. Naomi uses her fucking ass on everything. Like, I'm sorry. Like
the rear view. Yeah,
it was stupid. Becky and Charlotte are the only ones that, I've never been a fan of Bayley. I know. I'm like, yeah, AEW is women like Willow Nightingale doing Fisherman Brainbusters with fucking Taya Valkyrie on the fucking thumbtacks. Willow, if Willow went into WWE, she would rip through them. She would eat them for breakfast. No pun intended. Shirley Hemphill from fucking What's Happening. Fucking shit up.
Well, I'm still not entirely sure who Shirley Hemphill is.
Look her up. I'm going to put a picture of her up anyway. You'll laugh when you say it. But, all right. So, where are we at here? I just hit the fucking up button on the computer. God damn it. All right, here we go. We're down to the last three. 3 super matches, as Michael Buffer would say. The Young Bucks and Josh Alexander, who will forever be Walmart Kurt Angle, defeated Kenny and the Jurassic Express by pinfall for $1 million at 19 minutes and 10 seconds. But Don Callis ran off with the $1 million because, Josh was on the team, and the Bucks came back to save Kenny, and then they hugged it out. Does anyone care?
This is wrestling. Everyone's always making friends with their old enemies.
Yeah, but nobody likes them at all. No matter what. That play, until they started chanting, hugging out, which was only for something to do, you could have heard a mouse pissing on a cotton in that building. It was so quiet.
Not true.
Shut up. I watched it. It was not a big reaction.
Yes, it was. It was.
And nobody's going to care about the Young Bucks next week. Especially when they get on the mic and start talking. And you hear. Sorry. That's all I hear when they talk. So. But yeah.
Team to ever do it.
And don't they need the fucking money anyway? Why'd you give it up?
Well, now they aren't the broke Bucks anymore.
They don't have the money though. Don took it. He took it, which was good.
Tony's made sure Tony's hasn't FDIC insured.
Oh my God. That's only if the bank gets robbed, you dipshit. He was robbed on fucking national television. Call fucking Columbo or Kolchak the Night Stalker or somebody.
Kolchak wasn't a detective. He was a reporter.
Oh, shut up. I know you like that show. I should have brought that one up. I knew I didn't know what I was talking about. Your girl Mercedes has a penchant for losing big matches to the AEW Women's Champions. This is number 2.
Yeah, that's the point. She can win all these belts, but she can never win the big one.
Because she sucks.
No.
Yes.
No.
Ah.
Ah.
Daddy Magic. Oh shit, Bob Saget. Daddy Magic. Matt Menard was in the fucking gauntlet match. I just see.
I told you, anyone can run out.
Oh no, you told me Mark Davis was in there. That fat fuck.
Dumpzilla. Apparently, it says Dunkzilla, not Dumpzilla.
Dumpzilla would be better because he can't wrestle. He should just pull his pants down and shit on people.
What does he say? What does it say on his tights? Your name here, 555.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, what did it say on his ass? I was like, rent this space, 555-8925.
Because he's poor.
Oh, no, because his ass is so big. It's a fat joke, not a poor joke. Get together. 23 minutes and 5 seconds. Chris Statler defends the World Women's title. Good. I didn't want to see him rip it off or too quick. Now, the Samoa Joe Hangman match here, the cage match, said it only went 16 minutes.
I was on the shitter for a good bit of this match.
Here we go again. You know what? Go back and listen to last year's Full Gear review. It is identical. How many shits you've took through how many matches. My word. You need to review your fiber intake. If you are eating an entire wicker swing set for dinner, it's not needed. But yeah, this match, I just want to give you my 2 cents before you say something. I saw Hangman losing because of Hobbs attacking him. They injured him. They gave him an out where it's not really clean because he's injured. So, but I didn't see this match. I mean, I saw like half of it, but I had a feeling Joe was going to win. Hook comes in. Hook's now supposed to be like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody cares.
You don't like Hook either.
Never has. I haven't liked his father in years either. When they turned him into that fucking garbage man in WWF, then they fucking made him an announcer. He became a goddamn fucking garbage man. Did you ever see his outfit? Like starting like '99, he comes in like Royal Rumble 2000. By WrestleMania 17, he's wearing like he looks like Duke the Dumpster fucking Josie. It's awful.
Duke the Dumpster's Rosie.
Yeah.
Number 500 in the first ever PWI.
Yep, garbage man, 1991. I gotta find that issue. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a subscription to them again.
Why?
Because you can't get them anywhere. I love those magazines. I haven't read them in years, dude.
Wrestling World?
No, Wrestling World. That was a funny episode too. When you're reading, you're like, "Oh my god, these smell horrible." You're like, they smell like somebody wiped their ass with them.
They did. They fucking smelled like shit.
But I wasn't lying, though. Wrestling All-Stars, February 94. Razor Remote on the cover. You can buy those magazines of those girls wrestling. And the guns with the tear gas cartridges and shit. COD. That's the way it was, man. But yeah, Samoa Joe's champ against, well, I don't know how much. I could see if they do another season of Twisted Metal, Joe's going to have to drop it probably. Fletcher, I got a feeling Fletcher's going to get elevated now. Because when
They are doing another season of Twisted Metal.
Well, then Joe will be, I could see Fletcher, just something tells me when he came back there and said, I'm in the Continental Classic as well. I thought possibly maybe they're going to elevate him to like main event status because he's something, dude. Fletcher, he is 250 fucking pounds. You know that?
That's crazy, brother.
God damn it. He's gained 60 pounds of muscle since Aussie Open, like in the 23. What the?
Aussie. Oi.
All right, whatever. What the fuck is that?
What?
He gained 60 pounds of muscle. You're telling me he ain't hitting the fucking juice? No, because he's in AEW. Everything they do is pure. Pure. Blessed by the fucking Pope.
AEW is pure.
CM Pope. He's from Chicago, you know, the Pope. So people were chanting that when he got voted in. They were like, CM Pope, CM Pope. Oh, that makes you angry. I can see you. I can hear you in your head.
Punk.
But what do you give the overall show?
Like a 9 out of 10.
What? Nah. I give it a 7 at most. I mean, out of all the matches that were on there that I saw, let me see what I thought was good. Pac versus Darby Allin. I didn't see the girls match. The Bucks. When I was watching the Bucks and the Jurassic Express, I was like, you know what? This match is going to be good because these guys have been working with each other since PWG. This match will be good, and I was right. So,
And I thought you hated PWG.
yeah, but it doesn't mean like if you work with somebody, you know my old thing about the house shows. When Diesel and Razor Ramon got in a feud, they had wrestled 45 times on the house circuit. The more you wrestle with somebody, the better you are with them. Look at fucking Kenny and Hangman when they used to wrestle together. They're fucking great, dude. Like, I have good things to say. I base it on like what I see. I'm not like, it's not like, I mean, except Moxley. I just fucking hate him. I don't like him at all. I mean, I don't
One of
like.
the greatest wrestlers of our time.
I mean, I think if I met him in person, I would have a hard time not being rude to him, whether it cost me a night in the hospital or not.
The first ever modern day Triple Crown champion.
There's no words to describe how ashamed I am to be your uncle right now.
The first person to hold the WWE, AEW, and New Japan titles.
Okay. That's only because AEW wasn't around forever. Hulk Hogan's the first guy to be the WWF and the NJPW champion.
His NJPW championship doesn't really count.
Sure it does. It happened in front of like 50,000 people. You can't say it didn't happen. He wound up dropping it back to Inoki. But there's pictures of him with the fucking belt, dude. I have pictures of him. I had a poster of him with it when I was a little kid.
That's crazy, brother.
All right, well, since we're done with the review, there's a little bit of news, so let's get into that real quick. We'll get to that. I got it on the fucking thing. But as far as, let's do the AEW since we're on that with the Full Gear review already. But you know what? Getting back to the show rating, I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because I'm looking here at the matches. Every match that I saw, I enjoyed. I mean, and they were really good. I didn't see Ricochet pinning Kevin Knight. I love watching Ricochet get thrown, though, because I think he's a master seller. FTR, I'm sure I would have liked that. The girls' match, I probably would have taken a shit during anyway. So, but yeah, all right, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. But it wasn't one of the best shows of the year. But Fletcher continues to impress. Mark Briscoe, as much as I say he would have never got a chance in the mainstream if his brother didn't die, he's running with it. So, but as far as AEW goes, why do you book your world? Well, obviously I answered this earlier, but why do you book your world champion in a hardcore type match 1.5 weeks before he has a cage match on pay-per-view?
You answered it.
Especially against a loser like Hobbs. Joe came out at the end and attacked him. So yeah, it's the end.
I love Hobbs.
Hobbs is a fucking joke, dude. He's a big.
In that ad, he's got charisma.
Get the fuck out of here. He's a fucking idiot. He's never going to go anywhere. He's bottom of the fucking. He's the butcher and the blade. All right. Who are still there, I'm sure.
I remember the butcher and the blade.
What do you mean you remember? I'm sure they're still there somewhere in the bowels of the building. Like, just hanging out at catering, hoping they get booked.
It's like Mick Foley. He haunts the
boiler room because he was Mankind. Yeah, that's actually kayfabe canon. All right, Mercedes in this.
Kayfabe canon that Beaker and Sheamus are.
Well, that's pretty recent. But some of the other things you were telling about the other week were I had heard that stuff before.
Or the fact that Dudleyville and Parts Unknown are geographically close to each other.
Yeah. There was like 100 people there when Mercedes won the APAC title. So can you tell me this does nothing for that fucking little federation you come into? All it does is make them. There was 100 fucking people there.
That's the biggest fucking show they've had.
Well, then why are you there? You couldn't find somebody that drew better than that? It's a fucking waste of a trip. It probably cost them more to fly her the fuck out there. Sorry, she sucks too. Did I mention that? Speaking of AEW women, Anna Jay's contract's coming up in a few months. What do you think about her? Think that's a big deal if they lose her?
Not really.
Yeah, she's down there.
She's the Mercedes Moné, the CEO.
What?
You just don't like the CEO.
I know, she sucks, dude.
Boston!
She has those fucking people come out. She has those fucking people come out and hold her goddamn belts.
Yeah, she has
nobody cares about her shit.
Yeah, she has like the male strippers now. that come out.
Dude, she's like right up there with the Bucks as far as ratings poison. That's all I gotta tell you.
That's not true.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
not true.
You can yell all you want.
Shut the fuck up.
See? You can yell all you want. It's the numbers don't lie. The cards don't lie, like Miss Cleo says. Tony Khan says he wants Chris Jericho to have his final match in AEW if he re-signs him. That's the problem.
Why?
I'm sorry. It's the problem. Because he don't need to be there. They're doing great without him. Think about, like, Swerve just came back. He was hurt, right? He came back last night. We didn't discuss that. And he's got new music. Wasn't happy about that either.
I love his new music.
I didn't hear it yet, so I will reserve my piss and vinegar for later. But yeah, Swerve comes back. Osprey's the one you're waiting for back, which he should get a chance with the belt, man. Absolutely. Like it's been fucking long enough. He won the international title twice, right?
Yeah.
And he was a New Japan United States title champion when he was a heel too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Because he called it the British Empire Championship or something.
The United Kingdom Championship.
United Kingdom Championship, yeah.
The British Isles shit-chesting championship.
Yeah, that I'm actually in that tournament in 2 weeks. So.
I still don't get it.
It's like it's a labor of love in certain countries. But I told your mother when we were talking about Harley Cameron when I was pissing on her, well, when I was talking to you too, and I was pissing on all her lack of skills in that blood and guts match. I was like, man, she was like the John Moxley of women's wrestling that night. And I was like, but Marina Shafir, I would stand back to back with her in a dark alley before I would with half of the men in the AEW locker room. She fucking eats lightning and craps thunder, that girl, man. That's all I got to say.
She's a legit MMA fighter.
Oh, I know. And she looks like it. All she did was judo throws in that blood and guts, dude. And she fucking was tossing people. But Harley Cameron looked like she was out for a morning jog in the park, man. And she has those big fake tits, and they're very distracting. No, they are. Like Nikki Bella, you talking about her boobs, you know how we always talk about that? Like, she at least holds them in, like sports bra, like, because Nikki likes to be stiff in the ring, too. I remember when she nailed her sister with a fucking forearm. That was gross. Hit her so hard.
She's got this Kobashi, she's got this Mizawa forearm.
Oh, yeah, like, she's all Japan 90s, stiff as a fucking Lexington Steel boner. Oh.
A what?
Lexington Steel. He was a adult movie star with a large penis. He's probably in one of those movies you were watching before I called, so... He was also of the colored persuasion.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Do you want to talk about Roddy's lazy punches and slapping his thigh against the plumber?
Why are you so pissed off about this?
Because you got no fucking love for your trade. It looks awful. Remember that match with Saran Wrap Saraya and Tony Storm? I watched it on Reddit. They were like, this is women's wrestling now. They did all the reversals. They were like slapping their thighs to like show each other the change. And I'm like, my God, this is like fucking Irish line dancing. This is awful.
Well, that was Saraya's fault.
No shit. They probably had to do it like that because they got it. She probably had to know what was coming 5 minutes before the move because she doesn't have her neck is like unsafe. And I'm like, well, you can't wrestle it. Get out. Go fucking do something else. And finally in the AEW news.
Actually,
Ricky Steamboat. What? Who? Where?
When was the last time we did a keeper cut?
We'll do one next week. If you want to do it. I'd rather be more prepared to do it than do it last minute. We should do a keeper cut. It might be almost a year. It's AEW keeper cut, right?
Yeah.
WWE, we usually cover the draft and we just say, why did you keep these people? And finally, in AEW news, Ricky Steamboat looks confused out there. He does have some kind of dementia, you know, right? He's had it for a while.
You're the only person I've heard say that.
Jake Roberts said something about it. That's where I found out about it. But, yeah, I always feel bad because he was forgetting shit he was saying out there. Like, that promo went too long. And where FTR went to fuck him up. And I don't know. I I don't know. I personally love Ricky, and I hate to see like old guys looking like shit out there. He's fucking 73 years old and everything. On to the WWE news. SmackDown will return for 3 hours on January 2nd. Fuck.
The fuck is that?
Who was his old tag partner, Jay Youngblood?
Yeah, he died very young. Heart attack or something? Yeah, he was in his 20s. I don't think it had to do with like drugs or anything. I think he had like something congenitally wrong with him. Because there was Jay and Mark Youngblood. They were brothers.
That's crazy, brother.
He didn't die. They were the chip. They had a really good match at Starrcade 83 for the tag titles against the Briscoe brothers. The original Briscoe brothers. You know, Jack and Jerry. Dolph Ziggler returned to take on Solo Sikoa in the Cena Final Opponent Tournament on the 11/17 Raw.
Yeah, and he lost.
No shit. Just like Zack Ryder fucking lost. This is what they meant by people that don't even work here?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know it.
I mean, why can't we reanimate Chris Benoit and put a mask on him if it's and have him as the Pegasus Kid? He didn't kill anybody as the Pegasus Kid, right? Or Wild Pegasus. No, he was Pegasus Kid in Japan for a while. He had a mask on.
No,
Wild Pegasus, he didn't wear a mask.
And then he was Wild Pegasus.
Yeah, but he didn't wear a mask. Then he was Wild Pegasus, then he used his name with it. Wild Pegasus Chris Benoit. Because he was in WCW in like 93. And then he went to ECW after Japan, and that's where he got the Crippler name. Because he... Oh my God, it's Freddy Krueger on that Wing Hollywood Nightmare thing, and he's there with Victor Quinones, who is the bastard son of Gorilla Monsoon. Victor Quinones, he was a manager in World Wrestling Council in Puerto Rico for years. And Monsoon owned that territory, or owned part of it for a long time. He also owned part of the WWF, too. If Vince didn't buy it, Monsoon was going to probably be the one that took it. Joe Henry's contract includes main roster stay main roster pay despite going right to NXT. I'm sorry. I don't know what they're going to do with him. He's got to go away for a while, like a long while. Just pay him, but send him home, you know?
He's got to leave the territory.
So I mean, like, how do I miss you if you won't go away, right? Like, look at Jericho. Jericho, perfect example of that for now, right? I mean, he kept ramming him down your throat.
I don't miss Jericho, though.
That's what I mean. But when he was here with the thanks, guys. Hey, guys. Hi, Hook. All that shit.
Well, that was... Mother Wayne and I at least partially think that was to make fun of Punk.
Yeah, but who cares? Punk went over and made money there. Yeah, I can't believe Punk could have basically gone to WWE the day after he got fired. They didn't even have a no-compete in there. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, but he didn't because he was a bitch.
Yeah, because he probably didn't know what he was going to do or not. I don't know.
Again, what the fuck has he done over there? Play second fiddle to Cody, that's what.
Well, he's world champion right now. That's not. It's the secondary belt.
It doesn't mean anything.
I
Now,
agree.
Do you know who, like, he's not even front and center on the War Games poster. You know who is? Brock and Cody.
Well, are they the captains?
I guess. Why the fuck is Brock there?
I don't know, because they want Brock and Roman again. Brock and Roman, dude, was like the most watched like clip on YouTube like the other night. Like tens of millions of views. I don't know why. Because I don't understand why Roman is so big. I don't get it. Was it just like he was around for so long? People were like, oh, might as well root for him now. Like
The Analai family, if you're an Analai, you automatically get over.
But he was like herpes, dude. He just wouldn't go away. And he's like, oh, your little cousin's playing with these things called sprunkets, right?
Yeah.
And he's calling them, one of them's name is venerea. And I'm like, stop saying that. He goes, wow, because it sounds like you're talking about venereal disease. Please stop it. Oh, he's funny. Bronson Reed and Finn Balor are the only wrestlers to pin both Roman Reigns and Kazuchika Okada. You know that?
Back when Bronson Reed was Jonah in New Japan.
Is that what I was going to say? Jonah the whale? Fat fuck.
Kind of, yeah.
And finally, in the miscellaneous news, and we could talk about this for a few minutes, Frankie Kazarian
What do you
Oh,
call him?
jeez.
Antonio Banderas?
The Antonio Banderas midget, which if you know how small Antonio Banderas is already, imagine an Antonio Banderas midget. That's like saying a fat David Wells, the pitcher. Think of, if you've seen David Wells and seen how fat David Wells is, if you can imagine a fat David Wells. But Frankie Kazarian, who TNA has decided to book as their world champion, I guess he must have some form of terminal cancer or something. Must be the only reason that they would book this. Because, I mean, can you think of anybody besides maybe Frankie Kazarian's mother that gives a shit about this as him being his world champion?
No. People are saying it's like one of the worst like booking decisions since WCW.
The worst championship pick since fucking Stan Stasiak.
When did Stan Stasiak become a champion of?
1973.
No, I mean.
Oh, Sean, you talking about?
I mean, what's even? No, I thought you were talking about Sean Stasiak.
No, that's his. I'm talking about his father was the WWF champion for 9 days in between Pedro's 2-year reign and Bruno's second 4-year reign.
I mean, one of the things is, what's even worse probably is the Last Time Is Now tournament, which is almost certainly the finals are going to be Gunther and Jay for the 9th time in like 2 years.
Ugh. Yeah, and Gunther, I mean, usually beats the piss out of him. Gunther usually beats the piss out of anybody.
Like, tournaments are to elevate people. Who the fuck is getting elevated by this tournament?
You want to look up a long fucking tournament? I think it's in 99 or 2000, the WCW World Title Tournament, right? It concludes at Mayhem, which was a pay-per-view they had, which also was a video game that they wound up having too. I think it was to pump the video game. Video game had good commentary, but it was an awful game. First game to have backstage arenas. But there was like 700 fucking people in it, dude. It took forever. Like, I mean, I don't think there really was. There might have only been, I think there was 32 people in it. It was like every week, the guys were like so tired. Shivani was like, okay, the 7th month of the world title tournament, the results are, I mean, it was forever. But Kazarian, he posed next to the memorial for Eddie Guerrero on X, holding up the belt. I hope he's not trying to compare himself to Eddie. He's TNA champion. Eddie was WWE champion. There's a lot of room in between there. And it's obviously only because they feel bad for him that they gave him the belt. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, you sounded. What are you playing a game again?
No.
What are you doing? You're doing something.
I'm laying down here. What the fuck do you want? What the fuck, man?
Ah.
I'm your and I'm Dick Taco, your uncle, your conscience, and the only one here who remembers when a headlock meant something.
That's right.
What did you say? I think every flip is a 5-star.
You do, and I didn't tell it to say that. I think my Sora is connected to my Chat GPT. It knows like that you're, the whole thing with the Walking Dead and all that shit, like I did the 1 week and like all that other stuff. It has all that stuff saved.
Well, yeah, they're both run by OpenAI. It's the same database.
I know. Larry Summers, that fucking pedophile with the Epstein from Harvard, has all our shit now.
It's like that thing. What was the thing you sent me? The thing of Jeffrey Epstein being in a wrestling ring?
That was funny.
Ray Pest.
Who's this guy, Ray Pest? My name's Epstein.
And then what was the thing with Jimmy Savile?
Oh, yeah, it was Jimmy Savile versus him. Jimmy Savile. Yeah, it was Jimmy Savile versus him. It was 2 fucking pedophiles fighting.
In a cage. And Epstein had on like a green singlet.
Oh, for the second week in a row, I just want to finish the show with a Survivor Series preview. I'm going to do it off the top of my head. It's only a couple matches so far. But I'm also going to not be available when that show starts next week either. Because I got to go. We're going to the Christmas train thing next week. You went to that as a kid, didn't you?
I don't fucking know. Either way, let's do the preview.
All right. The women's match is, hold on, I can't do it by I cannot do it by memory. I got to bring it up. I don't like that they don't even really have all the matches anymore.
Well, also, their War Games matches are shit compared to the
Punk.
Blood and Guts matches because there's no fucking bleeding.
No, they'll be bleeding in the men's. I got a feeling. But it's Punk, Cody, the Usos, and Roman versus Logan Paul, Brock, Drew McIntyre. Who else is in it? Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. The women's match, Charlotte finally came in. It's Charlotte, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte, and AJ versus Nia Jax, Lash Legend. Who the fuck's Lash Legend?
She came up from NXT.
Ugh. The Kabuki Warriors and Becky Lynch. There won't be any bleeding in that match. There should, because you know what? They should try to top the AEW girls. That's what I would want to see, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, Sky Blue spent the entirety of the War Games match, of the entirety of the Blood and Guts match, covered in blood. Because
she hit a fucking vein, because she probably didn't know what she was doing.
No, but it was amazing.
Yeah, you'll tell her that her probably be lightheaded for the whole match and dizzy.
Oh, yeah, I know. You know so much about bleeding.
I do. I know a lot about wrestling. You have to do. I was actually watching something when the original Midnight Express versus the Midnight Express, right? When Heyman Jim Cornette's managing Eaton and Lane, right? This is like 88 in Crockett. Heyman comes in from Memphis in the AWA with Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose, who were in the original Midnight Express like in 1981 with that black guy, Norvell Austin, I always told you about. And who wound up being in the Pretty Young Things with that pedophile, Coco Beware. But he comes in and he hits fucking Jim with his phone. Paulie Dangerously hits him with his phone. And Jim tells the story on the podcast, and he goes, I didn't realize that with the air conditioning being in the studio, I had to compensate for that because it was going to run more. He goes, and we got in trouble with the censors, he goes, because I was a fucking mess. Because he goes, there's so much shit you have to think about before you do it. So, but yeah, it was gross. I remember actually watching it as a kid, like when it happened, because I didn't always get a chance to catch Crockett because they were on real early. Like if you weren't up at 7:00 watching fucking,
I remember
WP.
the time you got so pissed off because then you could see Mark Briscoe blading.
Yeah, because it was pretty fucking bad, dude. Like, there's no reason for that. There's no reason for the Roddy thing with the slapping his thigh. Roddy, I was disappointed. I just think Moxley drags everybody down that's around him, you know? It's like you walk through a bathroom, it smells like shit, right? You're bound to get some of that on you.
You fucking hate him so much.
I know, dude. Some people just like, you see it in football. Guys come in, they're a better team. They play down to the competition, and they look like shit. Well, that's John Moxley in a fucking nutshell. Fucking nutball. I love when Paige fucking popped his head open. God. I was hoping he was going to kill him. That's the closest I see Moxley to dying, I think, in that match. I was hoping Paige was going to fucking kill him.
And he choked him with the chain.
Oh, the worst was, remember he's laying on the fucking ground in a pool of, like, plasma. I can't even call it blood. It was so much.
Yeah, he was
like,
just laying there.
It was like an inch thick, dude. It was like Dexter Morgan in the shipping container. And then he choked him. I was like, choke him till his fucking eyes pop out so I never have to see him again. But I don't think I can fuck.
Or when he put Darby in the fish tank, that was great.
That was a bit much. That was very Big Japan wrestling right there, dude. That was. I was hoping for piranhas. To be honest.
I still want to see the anus explosion match.
I haven't. I went and got it. Where do you think I got the fucking video for it?
I still want to see AEW do an anus explosion match.
How would you get that? I mean, that would probably, you know what? You got to tell people it won't be on TNT, folks. It'll only be on HBO Max. Yeah, where you get subscribers, right?
I bet you Effie would do that.
If they want to lose their TV, bring Effie on. Okay? That's all I got to tell you. Bring Effie on if you want. Like, UFC's already closing in on a deal with them. And I don't know what that's going to be like with, they're talking to WBD, which I don't know how that is with a TKO company and AEW. I mean, I assume it wouldn't do anything. But Don't fuck around, dude. Don't bring in Effie. Don't bring in Nick Gage. Keep the fucking Dark Order out, like, just stop. Don't waste your fucking time.
Nick Gage was there one time.
And they lost Domino's immediately. Like the show wasn't over yet.
Domino's fucking pizza.
Domino's pulled their sponsorship right there during the show. Do you understand that? It wasn't like when Vince got the whole for shitting on that girl. Who was it? Slim Jim was like, "Yeah, we're out, dude. He's gross." They were like, "All right, he's out." They were like, "Okay, we're back." That's what I mean. They quit in the middle of the fucking show. Domino's Pizza, and I don't understand why. It wasn't like the pizza cutter said Domino's Pizza on it. Didn't he cut Jericho's mouth and shit?
Because then he also used the pizza cutter against David Arquette in a match in GCW.
Yeah, he should have cut his fucking throat. Because David Arquette does not belong in a wrestling ring. He's like the size of your middle cousin upstairs.
And then, no, but yeah, like I'm telling you, Effie, because I showed you that thing of Effie and Ricky Morton. They were having a match for the GCW championship.
Yeah, then I showed you fucking Effie trying to fucking mouth rape Marco Stunt with a fucking dildo. Because that's what it is. It's rape, dude. It's a giant fucking dick thing going in your mouth that you don't want in there. A dick in any hole in someone that they don't want it there is rape. And I have pictures of it. I'm making a citizen's arrest for that fucking freak.
But they should have an anus explosion match. Effie versus Ricky Morton.
Only if Ricky Morton wins. Oh, God. You know what? I don't have time for this anymore. We got anything else to talk about?
Yeah, because the first anus explosion match was in DDT with Dan Shoko Dino, and I forget who the other guy was.
I'd like to DDT you into a fishbowl.
Dan Shoko Dino is the guy who got the firecracker up his ass.
Yeah, but it wasn't really. He put it in the band of the thong. It wasn't like, it wasn't like the guy blew his ass apart. You want to see a real anus explosion? Go watch Sean Waltman when he fucking tore his asshole in that fucking indie match a couple of years ago. Where he fucking went to do the fucking Bronco Buster he used to do as X-Pac. And I guess his legs went too far apart. Yeah, he tore his asshole, dude. He died. Not even kidding. Death by asshole. How about that? Asshole dies by tearing his asshole. I can see the headlines now.
Well, I told you the thing about Johnny Stamboli where he tore his urethra.
Oh, don't talk about that. I can't stand that. Don't talk about that. It's like he fucking blew his dick hole out. I can't.
In the WCW hardcore division.
Yeah, which is like the worst, which was the beginning, which was the afterbirth of hardcore. You should see this fucking marble thing I have here that I built for your youngest cousin the other night. One of his marble sets where you put it all down the shit. It's insane. It's like over half the room.
Okay.
All right, man.
Signing off.
Good night, everybody.
Get your hand off my penis!